you have to love yourself before anything in this life will ever happen. You have to love yourself. You have to give yourself that opportunity to be happy, or else shit doesn't go the same. And it's like, bro, you can accomplish a million things. If you're not happy, you're not gonna like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these billionaires and millionaires, like, if they're not happy, like, yeah, they're rich, but they probably still have problems within themselves or their families that is like fucking them up. It's the biggest thing to me is mental health. And then like to see, Juice, go through that shit and it take his life, and also take away someone so special to so many people. The music he put out, the therapy that he was, the like doctor, therapist that he was to these kids, like, it sucks, it hurts, So that in itself is like the biggest example of take care of yourself, man. Battle with your demons and your vices, but it won't last forever. Drugs will kill you, you know what I'm saying? Like, sad depression, it will take you places that you don't want to be. So take those steps, reach out, talk to someone. Even if you think there's no way, like, even if you think, man, there's no way I'm going to get over this, there's no way I'm going to get out of this hump, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today we got a very special guest. I'm going to let him do the honors and introduce himself. Go ahead, bro.
Sure, my name is Jake, formerly internet known as GloUp Jake. I'm just a DJ, entrepreneur, try and do as much as I can. I work with Lyrical Lemonade. I grew up with Cole Bennet in Plano and sort of worked by his side for the past 10 years or so.
He says that very lightly. I work with Lyrical Lemonade. He was on the ground floor. He did a lot of work with them and basically, helped build that brand.
Work with, yeah, not past tense, but, worked alongside of a lot of cool things with Lyrical and helped sort of the groundwork when it was first beginning. It was just me and Cole, so yeah, I've done a lot of stuff in that world, and then worked with some cool artists along the way and done a lot of cool shit, man.
Man, I don't know if this is still your formal title, but VP of A&R. I caught it from a different interview, right? DJ, you do a lot of shit behind the scenes. So first I want to start off with, how have you grown personally with each milestone of Lyrical and also with each new role?
Shit, man, I guess I just kept moving and try to stay motivated and not get too comfortable and just still stay hungry, like that's the main thing. You have to just keep going and like let accomplishments come and appreciate them and experience that and feel it, enjoy it, but also take it and put it behind you and next goal, Mama mentality, I guess, job's not done and it never will be until we take over the world for real. So,
and I feel like that's what most successful people do, right? You're always looking towards what's next, not focusing on, okay, I did this, I can be content. We were just talking about that shit, that people are so focused on, damn, I caught a like, but okay, what are you going to do to catch the next one?
Or what are you going to do with that? Or like, how are you going to, use that to your favor and keep it moving? For sure, man.
That's the attitude you need to have to be successful, right? Now, what I like to do in the beginning of most interviews is take specific moments from somebody's career and kind of have them reflect on that moment while also telling us what they learned from it. So first, I want to start with you touring with Dex. Famous Dex.
Shit, man, I was so young. I'll never forget that. First tour I ever went on, I was like, of course, very close with Dex because of Cole, and he just liked me. It really started as something so simple. I was just like so myself, and I smoked a lot. I smoked a lot of weed, and every time I was with him, he was rolling up weed, I was rolling up weed. We were just like getting high as fuck together. He was like, damn, bro, like, you be rolling blunts up fast as fuck, and, like, you're attentive, you know what's going on, like, you have a mission, it looks like, like, you're on your shit. He was like, you want to come be my assistant and just, like, roll up weed, make sure I check into hotels, make sure I'm on time. Like, I just need someone who's, like, a positive person around me because, a lot of people, when you get to that stage, like, people are around you for the wrong reasons. And, like, my thing was with Dex, like, same with Cole, is like we seen he was very talented and we wanted to see him win and see him fulfill his, his destiny and like what he was meant to be. So I had hit him up and I was like, yo, bro, like if you ever need any help, like I'd love to go on the road or whatever. Hit me back. He's like, hell yeah, bro, like come. And I was like, oh shit, I'm fresh out of high school, 18 at the time, and I was like head over heels, like, oh my God, telling my homies, like, bro, I'm about to go on tour. Like, this is wild. And when I was a kid, like, that was like the whole thing. I love Lyrical and I love doing everything I was doing there, but I always wanted to go on tour. I always wanted to like be I wasn't even a DJ at the time, but I just knew I loved like that road life, traveling. I loved to travel. That was like my dream. I didn't travel at all as a kid. I never flew on a plane except for once. My family didn't really have shit, you know what I'm saying? So I came from jack squat. Never traveled except for my 8th grade Washington D.C. trip, you know, and fucking, I was like, hell yeah, of course, travel, be with Dex, smoke weed, free, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course. And the first half of the tour it went past, and he didn't hit me. And, like, this is an artist, so it's like, you know, they say stuff, they forget, they're on the road, they're moving, so I'm like, fuck it, whatever, you know? So I just took it with a grain of salt, forgot about it. Second half of the tour, they went like 15 dates, and there was like a week break, and then they went 20 more dates. So after the first half, he had hit me. He's like, yo, bro, like, my bad. Like, you still down? And I was like, hell yeah. So I'd already forgotten about it, and then it came back. So I'm like pretty much broke at the time. Lyrical was like, it was going places, but it wasn't anything near what it is now. Like, we were still driving to Chicago 3 times a week to shoot videos for $100, $200, whatever it may be. Dex, we just started working with Dex, started to get that buzz, but like Cole, anything with Lyrical, whatever money he was making, he was just putting it right back in his videos. He would shoot a video, spend that money on merch, you know, make that money on merch, book an artist to play a show. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. Ended up going on that second half of the road with him, and man, I had a blast. We were on a Sprinter, you know, I was with Diego Money, Warhol was on the tour, and me and Dex got really, really close, and he just sort of fucked with me because I was like a businessman and I wanted to get shit done, but I also smoked a lot of weed, you know, and I was a fun-ass kid. I still consider myself a fun dude. I love to have fun. Like, it's like my whole life. I want to go out. I want to go to games. I want to fucking go to concerts and festivals and do all this shit. You only have one life to live, so, you know, you might as well live it up. You're only young once, and, like, it's a cliche statement, but for real, you only are young once. You only get your 20s once, and then you get old, and you have kids, and, you know, whatever you want to do. But me and Dexter became great friends. I ended up moving into his crib out in L.A. when I was, like, 19, and sort of took it from there, and then I started him just, you know, I started getting a social media presence, so I would, like, just connect with as many people as I can, clothing brands, influencers, weed companies, producers, artists, and I was, like, finding all these cool artists and producers for Dex. I was like, yo, you should lock in with this kid. He's going to be next, you know? Like, I just hear, I don't know, I've always had a good ear for hearing and seeing cool shit. We ended up, I ended up, like, being his assistant / A&Ring his, big mixtape, Dex Meet Dexter, with Pick It Up in Japan, and I ended up finding the producer for Pick It Up and Japan, getting a plaque for one of the records. I have credits on both of them, but I have a plaque for Pick It Up. They were like, pick one, whatever plaque you want. I was so young at the time. I was like, fuck, what? Like, hell yeah, Pick It Up with Rocky. That was like my idea to put. It was originally, I was like, bro, you should put A$AP Ferg on this. Like, it's a huge record. Don't drop it. Like, Pick It Up. Right when I heard it, I was like, this is a smash, bro. Don't send it to A$AP Ferg and, like, get him on it. It's going to go up. Sent it over, and Rocky was like, bro, I love this record. Rocky hopped on us. We're like, oh, what? Like, golden. Yeah, man. And then that was, like, the start of everything I started doing on my side of just me being me, aside from Lyrical Lemonade. But, yeah, phenomenal moments, man. It started me, crafted me, gave me my first opportunity. Dex and Murda, his manager, and all the people that he worked with just, like, treated me like family, which we were family, but that was, like, a big stepping stone for me, for sure.
Shout out all of them, man.
Yeah, great people, for real.
You said a couple things there that I wanted to touch on and ask about, but I think the thing that stood out the most was, you know, you want to live up your 20s. You know, you're only young once.
For real.
Does that idea of getting old scare you a little bit?
Hell yeah, bro. No one wants to get old. Like, I want to be young forever, and that's why, like, I don't know. I'm going to be as young as I can, like, mentally and emotionally, and, like, I'm not like, in a sense I'm going to be a child and never grow up, but, like, I'm going to have as much fun as I can until my body or, like, whatever I'm doing in life, like, contradicts that, you know? Like, I have a kid. Like, I have a girlfriend right now, and I always tell her, I'm like, yo, like, we've been dating for almost, like, 2 years, like, a little over a year, so a year and a half probably now. I like told her right when she started dating me, I was like, yo, like I'm not normal. Like I love to have fun. I love to go out. Like I'm a DJ. I go to the clubs. I DJ. I love to go to games, Bulls, Sox, Cubs. I love to go to festivals. I'll fly across the country to go to Rolling Loud. Tarek and Matt and Scheme and Danny, all those people are family, so they always take care of me. You know, I'm like, I'll take us to all these things. You just gotta ride with me, you know, and be along for the ride. I love to do all that shit. So yeah, man, it's definitely a scary thing. You know, you look at your parents. It's like they always like, man, when I was young, I did all this crazy shit. So it's like you really only get one life. And like someone once told me, my buddy Carmen Rossi, he owns like a bunch of clubs and restaurants out here, and just like an all-around good guy. Went to college for 15 years. He's a lawyer. It's just political man. Very, very big inspiration to me. But he once told me, he was like, bro, he's like, I feel like people would live their life so different if they had like 3 lives above their head. Like, you know, like you live the first one, like, all right, like, yeah, that was cool. Second one, I'm going to do a little better. And the third one, you're like, oh, this is it. I got to do this. I'm going to have the best young life. I'm going to get successful. I'm going to do it. You don't get 3 lives. You get 1. So it's like, what do you want to do with that 1 life? That time you're here, those moments you have on this earth, breathing, having fun, being able to, like, I have so blessed me in the position I am to where I could, like, call my, yo, bro, let me get some artist passes to the festival. Okay, of course, your name's on the list. Like, of course I'm going to take advantage of that. Of course I'm going to be young. Of course I'm not going to want that shit to end. So definitely scared to get older, but I'm not scared in the sense of, like, I'm going to just stick myself in this kid lifestyle. Like, I want to grow up. I want to mature. I want to become a man. I feel like I am, you know I am a man, but I want to, of course, grow and learn new things throughout life and get to those phases of life where I have a kid or marry my girlfriend or whatever it is, buy a house, you know what I'm saying? Of course I want to do that, but getting old is definitely scary, man. You want to have be young and have all these fun times forever.
That's exactly what I was just telling you about. You know, what we were just talking about, being stuck in that middle ground where you're like, damn, I want to hold on to this, but I know this is on the horizon.
Yep. And it's like, you know what's on the horizon, but you really don't either, bro. You could wake up tomorrow and fucking Elon Musk could call you like, bro, I like you. You can meet the most impactful person in your life tomorrow, and you might not even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Cole came to me in high school with that piece of paper, it was like, bro, I want to start this thing called Lyrical Lemonade. You think I thought that this shit would take me and him and all the places I've been, all the things I've done? I've gone to Europe twice, been on 2 European. I've seen 40 countries. I've seen every fucking state in the U.S. besides maybe a handful. Like, I don't know, but I took it, and I was like, you got to take that risk, you know what I'm saying? And it was a beautiful thing. My life has changed, and I am who I am because of it.
Changed forever, for real.
Forever, bro.
Man, and we're going to get a lot deeper into that. But first, let's cover 2 more of these things, right? 2 more of these milestones that you had that taught you something. The first Summer Smash.
Well, which one? Are you talking about, like, the first festival Summer Smash or the first, like, concert? Because it wasn't a festival, but the first summer, I know, right? We got to get this fly when he lands next time. But the first summer, it was like, I think it was Summer Smash. It was a show with Dex, Ugly God, Made in Tokyo, Royce Rizzy, Ugly God. And it was in just like a venue. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. And then eventually Cole's like, I want to do a real festival. But, man, the first Summer Smash, like, seeing all those kids, and I think it was, like, 7,000 people. Turn around now, it's 30,000, and we thought that was, like, you know, we thought that was it. But it's like, we understand that this is only getting bigger and, you know, bigger than we could ever dream or imagine. But it was just, like, a cool thing to be able to see something that I was a part of, bringing all these kids together, and then beyond that, like, all these kids are having the time of their life. Like, you know, a weekend they'll never forget, meeting all these people, whether it's like you meet an artist or you meet a new friend and you become best friends with him. And like, that is like most important to me, that there's a culture within what we do and a community that these kids get to meet other people and, you know, find lifelong friends or year-long friends or whatever. But it's a beautiful thing to see all these kids come together and just have fun, because that's all we were. You know, we were just kids having fun, and still, like I said, we're adults having fun. But it's awesome, bro. It's an amazing experience.
That's literally what you guys did, right? You brought the culture together, and you brought, all, like you said, all these kids together and showing them how to have a good time and try to make it safe as possible, right? Because obviously it's a festival. And the last one I want to talk about, because I know you were really big in this process, bringing Leroy over from Australia.
Yeah, man, that something I hold close, just like to my heart and my credential sheet or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, that was really cool to see something that I was so closely with get as big as it is. But yeah, man, I just remember I heard from him through a snippet with him and Lil Skies when he was like 13 years old, and Lil Skies and Landon Cube's engineer Neek had knew who he was, and I was like, bro, like, I want to figure out a way to get in, like, not even get in, but like bring this kid over here. He's gonna be a star, I know it. Like, this kid's music, he's gonna be something beyond what we can imagine. And I got really close with Leroy. He's like my little brother. And then I was in a studio once, and Juice and his crew, Grade A, Bibby and G Money and Pete, they were like trying to sign new artists, and I was like, bro, this is the kid. Like, and they had met him before, but I remember they were in the studio with the lawyers and shit, and I was like, let me call this kid, because he had this manager, Ziggy, who was very like, didn't want to let him go. He was like, bro, like, yeah, like, we'll come over and we'll talk to you guys, but what's up with the video with Cole? I'm like, bro, like, fuck the video. Like, this kid's gonna be a star. Like, come over here to America, get right, get involved with these labels, get some push behind you, and then let that shit come. The music speaks for itself. There's no way this music doesn't go. It's so good, you know? And this is when he was 13, 14. Now he's evolved so much. But, and it's just, like, more of an industry thing, too. Like, Leroy's still a friend of mine, but, you know, things change. People change. Everyone goes. Him and Cole are still, you know, close, still friends. We don't see him as much. You know, he's a busy dude, but he knows. We all know. Like, I believed in him when not a lot of people did, and then he came over to on tour with Juice, and me and him just, like, he didn't really know anyone, so me and him were just every night kicking it. I was like playing basketball with him when he didn't really have it. I was like introduced him to Mosey or Skiing. I was like, I want you to meet these people, you know, like just get to know them. So very, very good memories with him, and, you know, I love the kid to death, and I'm so happy for everything he's accomplished, and I'm always going to be behind him. I'm always going to support him no matter what the manager label deal is. Like, I supported him when he wasn't famous, and no matter how famous he gets, I'm still going to support him, and I hold it dearly to me that I was a part of that process, and not many people know it, but, like, Cole always tell me, like, bro, that's you, bro. Like, you're if it wasn't for you, we would have never shot the video, because Bro, I would tell Cole 3 times a week, bro, you got to shoot with this Leroy. Yeah, I got the songs. 20 songs, you pick one, you know? And he's always like, bro, I got you, bro. Just wait. Let him grow up a little, you know? So young, and, like, and then the time came, and I was the one who picked the song Let Her Go. I was like, bro, this is the good first one. Like, he's rapping. He's going to, like, this is going to introduce him to that, and then he's going to come and sing, and it's all just going to work. And by the grace of God or luck or whoever's watching out for us, it worked out beautifully, and now he's a fucking star.
Damn, bro, that's fucking crazy. And I was watching those behind the videos that Cole would be doing. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, very cool. I love those.
So were you in the room when they did Go, or what? Yeah, you know, you posted that clip recently in the studio.
I was in the room when they did the original Go without Juice. So when it was him, Omer Fetty, and Neek, Skies' engineer, Tito was there, Thomas, my boy Thomas, and I think Landon. It was like a crib they had, and they all lived in. And yeah, I was there, and then when they had went to Greece right before Juice had passed was when he did the feature. But I don't think anyone knew that was going to be the one Juice hopped on, because at that point it was like whatever Juice wanted to hop on, he would, and Leroy would let him hop on any record, you know. But yeah, it was a really cool experience to see all that. And I remember Omer Fetty, he stupid talented. He does everything for Nas X, 24K, Pose, MG. He's just everywhere. He's a rock star. He's literally an actual rock star. His dad was like a Rolling Stone or some shit. He's from like a foreign country. I forgot what country he's from. But and when they made that song, I went back to G Money, and I was like, bro, those two, let them keep making music. And I think he did stay, and I think he did all his huge records, you know. So I was just like, I feel it, I see it, and I'm like, yeah, this is something special. So it was a really cool moment to be in there for that.
They be having the Sad Boy For Real tracks, bro.
No. For real. Gotta love sad boy music. It helps you get through shit.
We got that too. We got that coming right now, bro. But we started at the top, bro. Let's take it back to the beginning. Let's, start it from the bottom, just like Drake, right? Go ahead and talk about your relationship with Cole and literally how that all began and the beginning process of Lyrical for you.
Me and Cole have just always been friends throughout high school and grade school, and, we were really, really close. And My dad got caught like selling a bunch of bricks of cocaine. Crazy story. My dad went to jail for like pretty much like my whole life. He was like in and out of jail, and then he went to jail for a really long time when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. And my mom was like, I love my mom to death, and she ended up she was always a great mother, but she put her shit behind her. But she was, you know, it was her husband, so she was caught up in a lot of shit. But yeah, so my family was a little rough. I didn't really have the best household, and Cole's mom sort of seen that and sort of like took me in, and me and Cole were really close. And really, it all started, I found his number in the phone book, and I had called him. I was like, what's up, bro? Like, I'm a year younger than you, but like, let's hang out. I went over to stay at his house, and I ended up staying there for like 5 nights. And we just became best friends. His mom started seeing what was going on, and I started like basically living with Cole and his family from like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, you know, and then I was like pretty much like living over there. Like his mom was my mom, his family's my family. They took me in, like I love them to death. His mom, his sisters, everyone, you know, they treated me like their son. So yeah, man, we just became super close. And then in high school, we were always like different, you know, we just played sports, we did all the shit, small town shit, but he was always like on a video camera, and we always loved rap music. And where we're from, it's like more country and like Sublime and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You guys are from the cornfields, bro.
Exactly, we're from the cornfields for sure. We're a rural ass area. We were just different. We loved Mac, we loved Wiz. There was kids who loved that from our town, but we were like, we loved rap music. And yeah, he came up to me with this piece of paper, and he's like, bro, like, I'm going to make this blog. Like, you want to help? And I was like, bro, anything. Like, let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get stuck here, bro. Like, my mom did, my brother did. Like, I just can't do it. There's way more life than this. I know it, but it's like when you're in a town like that, they don't really teach you about it. They don't tell you, go follow your dream and take that risk. And, you know, you might fail, but no, they're like, you're going to fail. Don't do it. Stay here, get a job, go to school, blah, blah, blah. We were like, fuck that shit. So we just started driving to Chicago 3, 4, 5 times a week from Plano during school. We'd leave right after school, leave on the weekends, shoot videos for $50, $100, $200.
That's including the editing?
Yeah, so, bro, I was never good at computers, writing, any of that shit. So, like, I would, like, show Cole music, but, like, I wrote on the blog for a little, but I was never into that shit. Like, I was more just, like, a people's person. Like, everyone loved me. I was a cool dude. I smoked. Like, I was always just, like, the dude on set who we were always comfortable, you know what I'm saying? While Cole was working, I would talk to them, and he'd smoke and whatever. Bro, Cole was a workhorse, bro. He was writing hundreds of articles for the blog. It was just him writing. Hundreds of articles for the blog. We were driving to Chicago. He was editing everything himself, running the channel, running the merch, designing the merch, getting the merch made by our boy's mom in our hometown, packing up everything, me and him, you know, his mom. He was the one taking all the product shots. Like, he was doing everything. He still does it so much. People don't understand that. He's a workhorse, bro. One of the hardest, most inspirational people in my life today. Like, I wouldn't be who I am if I never was his best friend, you know, and, like, he taught me so much. And, you know, like, we call each other brothers because back in the day we looked alike, and I was like, it's my brother, you know. It's just how we moved. We were always together. We would go travel, go to parties, and, like, that's what we did.
Man.
And it took us places, man, and, you know, now we're here.
Just so you know, I knew that story. I just needed them to know the story on the show, right?
I love that.
That's crazy. You know, I kind of want to ask, you know, what did those arguments look like, you know, growing up? Because obviously, you know, when you got siblings, you're always arguing.
I don't know, man. Me and Cole never really... I guess that's why, like, we were such good friends. We never really had differences like that, you know. Occasionally we'd get into some stupid shit and, like, fist fight each other, young kid shit. But when we got older, it was never really arguments. Like, the only time we would argue is if Cole would, like, see me, because, like, I battle with addiction, you know what I'm saying, anxiety, depression. Like, I've had a lot of shit go through my life, and I've fell a lot of times, and I've gotten back up. But only time Cole's ever been, like, upset with me is more like, yo, bro, you got to do better. You have so much potential. Like, you can do whatever you want. You just got to do it, bro. Like, look at me. I'm just doing it. Like, I'm making myself do it, you know. And then you fall in love with something, and you're like, oh, shit, you know. Like, this is awesome. But the only times we'd ever argue is him just saying, bro, I want you to do better. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go get it. I don't want to give it to you. I want you to earn it. I want you to go work for that shit. But that's why I'm blessed to be able to call him, you know, one of my best friends, my brothers, because he was just such a motivational point and person in my life. I wouldn't be who I am today without him, you know, straight up.
And that's really how it is with, you know, best friends and family, siblings, right? Because I got 3 siblings, and then my closest friends, right? If I were to talk to them about some shit and they didn't like it, you know, they're going to be straight up with me and tell me what's up. And those are the people you need in your life.
Yeah.
The other question I did have for you was, in what ways did your childhood shape you?
Shit, man. I have an older brother and an older sister, and they both dropped out. Like my brother got expelled. Both bad kids, getting arrested all the time. My dad, like, you know, I was supposed to be another Wilson, get arrested, get in trouble, stay in Plano, and I was like, man, fuck that shit. Like a lot of people, like some people see it like, all right, this is my story, this is my book, like this is what it is. This is what I was born into. This is the hand I was dealt. I'm gonna just keep it. I was like, fuck this, bro. Give me new cards. You don't want to? I'm gonna go get new cards. I'm gonna go make my own book. I'm gonna go make my own story. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Seeing my dad and all that type of shit, my mom, the shit she had to go through, it just made me want to have like a better life for myself, and then be at the point when I want to have kids, like they have whatever the fuck they want to have, and they don't have to go through the shit I went through. You know what I'm saying? So, it definitely made me a strong ass kid, like mentally, physically, and of course I still battle with shit, but it's like I was always like the type of kid that never told anyone. I like hold it all in until I just couldn't anymore, and then I'd just lose it. You know what I'm saying? But it toughened me up, man. It showed me routes that I didn't want to take. It showed me routes I wanted to take, and it just, I don't know, yeah, it made me a strong dude, and met a lot of very special people throughout the way who were there for me. You know, I have a lot of people in my life beyond like my family who were just there for me and just tried to show me the right things. Cole's mom, I had a coach in high school, all my sports coaches understood what I was going through. Like, I'd have to leave practice to go see my sister in rehab, or like my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like real fucked up shit, but I had a lot of cool friends that were always there for me. And like a lot of, bro, when I was young, like crazy, man. Like people weren't allowed to come to my house. I wasn't allowed to hang out with kids because of like what my family did, you know? So it was like, when I found Cole, his mom was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as, you know, you're a good kid and I see it and like you want something better, then I believe in you. And it's like, that's why I appreciate them so much, is because literally, bro, kids weren't allowed to hang out with me. Their parents would be like, hell no, you know? And Cole's mom was like, fuck it. And of course, me and Cole got in trouble, got arrested a couple times, and she still was there and gave me that benefit of the doubt. Yo, he's young, he's going to learn. Other small town, they're like, that's who he is, you know? He's got in trouble when he was 10, 12, 13. That's what he's going to be forever. It's like, and that's just that lame-ass small-town mindset. Even everywhere, people are like that, you know? They want to put you in that box and keep you there and lock you in there, but it's like, it's up to you to get out, you know? It's like, you got to do that shit yourself. So that's what my childhood made me understand. Like, this is my life. I can do whatever I want with it. Whether it's make $1 billion, $1 million, travel the world, whatever. Like, I just got to do it and set the right steps and the right goals to do it, and it's possible. Anything's possible. I've been a firm believer. Anything's possible and everything happens for a reason, or like the quotes I will live and die by.
Hey, shout out to her. It was her birthday yesterday, right?
Yeah, Sue, yep, Mama Bennett.
Hey, happy birthday to her, too.
Yes, big happy birthday to her.
I took a lyric, right? You know, this is what we specialize in. Drake, Churchill Downs. He says, therapy session, I'm in the waiting room reading Forbes. Abandonment issues I'm getting treated for. How much water can I fit under the bridge before it overflows?
Yep.
And man, we all have that trauma, right? We all have that trauma that we deal with. Baggage, right? Baggage, as people will say, you know, now it's baggage that somebody else has to deal with because you're holding on to it for so long, and you pour into someone else to the point where you fuck them up now. And you're destroying your relationships in that sense, that you can't hold anything healthy anymore because you're not trying to fix yourself. You're not trying to figure that out amongst yourself, right? And that's why I focus so heavily on mental health, because people need to be able to express themselves. People need to find that safety within music, within art, any type of form of self-expression, right? And that's why people loved Mac Miller. That's why people loved Juice WRLD. You know, rest in peace to both of them. So for you, how has mental health played a role in your life?
Shit, man, that bar hits too, because I have been on Forbes actually with Cole. They crazy, bro. They came to our hometown and they did a whole like clip at our high school, like real, just like where we came from. And I don't know, man, mental health is like such a big thing, and it's like as a male, and even in the the world I work in, it's like not many people talk about that shit. And it's like, seeing that fighter Patty the Batty, he's like, we got to make it like acceptable for guys to like be able to talk about that shit. And that's why I love like Lyrical, and then the family we have is like, no one will ever shame you for going through something. We're always open arms, like, bro, you need something, I got you. You need a hand, what, this, that, like whatever it is, I got you. And if I can't, I'm gonna try my hardest to get you there or figure it out so we can get it, you know. But man, like I was telling you earlier, bro, like without happiness, and like, you have to love yourself before anything in this life will ever happen. You have to love yourself. You have to give yourself that opportunity to be happy, or else shit doesn't go the same. And it's like, bro, you can accomplish a million things. If you're not happy, you're not going to like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these billionaires and millionaires, like, if they're not happy, like, yeah, they're rich, but they probably still have problems within themselves or their families that is, like, fucking them up. It's the biggest thing to me is mental health. And then, like, to see, you know, Juice, you know, go through that shit and it take his life, and also take away someone so special to so many people. The music he put out, the therapy that he was, the like doctor, therapist that he was to these kids, like, it sucks, it hurts, you know. So that in itself is like the biggest example of take care of yourself, man. Battle with your demons and your vices, but it won't last forever. Drugs will kill you, you know what I'm saying? Like, sad depression, it will take you places that you don't want to be. So take those steps, reach out, talk to someone. Even if you think there's no way, like, even if you think, man, there's no way I'm going to get over this, there's no way I'm going to get out of this hump, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. And trust me, bro, I always say that shit to my girlfriend whenever she gets sad. I'm like, look around, like, we're alive, we're breathing, like, we have a house, we have food. Like, people wake up sleeping on fucking rocks in other countries, you know what I'm saying? Don't know their family, bro. Don't know where they're going to eat. And that's not even another country. That's here. You know what I'm saying? People sleep on the streets, bro. People have nothing. No family. No nothing. Literally jack shit. To think of that, bro. Think of waking up with not a house, not a blanket, a jacket. You got to go stand outside with a cup. Like, bro, that shit is so crazy. So it's like, it could always be worse, you know? And you just got to be strong. You have to be mentally strong. It's such a cliche and simple thing to say. It's like, I still battle with that shit, you know? I still fall in slumps. I still get down on myself. Everything I've done and been a part of, it's not always fucking rainbows and butterflies, you know what I'm saying? It happens. Don't be ashamed. It happens. Literally, that's always what I say.
You know, I really appreciate you being so open about it and, you know, talking about it, because you don't see those people doing it anymore. You don't see the people at the top doing it. And the thing that gets missed a lot is when people convey it in their music or convey it in anything, people miss the point, right? A lot of people feel it and they're like, yeah, that shit hit. I felt that. Or this shit's hard. But nobody really thinks, okay, that artist made that shit. Yeah. What the fuck are they going through? You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to take it and really dissect it and think, like, damn, how could I use this to help me? Or, like, yeah, no, and I feel like that's, you know, that's why, like, I came on here. You know, I respect your work, and it's a good platform to reach out and show people, like, man, whatever you're going through, it's like, it's okay. It happens. Being sad happens. Being depressed happens. Having anxiety happens. Like, how are you going to better yourself? How are you going to take it and use it to your advantage? As hard as it sounds, like, oh, be sad to my advantage. Like, put some fire under you, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at what you have. For, like you said, you never know who you're going to meet tomorrow, you know? So it's like, wake up, put a smile, let's go.
Fuck it. If being sad is what it takes to fucking be successful, make it happen, bro.
You gotta go through that shit. It's like, if life ain't easy, life ain't perfect. If it was, shit, if life was perfect and no one got sad and no one fell and no one made mistakes, it's not life, you know what I'm saying? That's an imaginary life. Get that out of your head.
That's a movie. That's a movie I don't want to be in.
Exactly, bro. That's a movie no one wants to watch. Literally, no one wants to watch some perfect ass shit. People want to see you fall, get back up. Everyone loves the underdog. It's always been like that, you know what I'm saying? So use that shit.
Yeah. So talking about Juice, man, you have that picture framed with you, Cole, and Juice. Talk about that relationship you had with him and, you know, really what he meant to you.
Shit, man, that was, like, such a special person to me, to Cole, to everyone. Such a good dude, fun, happy. He, like, you hear his music, and then you're with him, you're like, bro, how is this you saying this? Like, you're so happy. All you do is smile, play games, and, like, but it's like, you know, you never know what's going on behind closed doors. But he meant the world to me, man. Him and all his people around him, Grade A, Pete, G-Money, Bibby, family to me. They've taken care of me in ways I can't even explain or say. And, like, just family and very, very, very big, special place in my heart, that whole process. And being a part of that, I'll take it to the grave, you know. And that is, like, one of the most prideful and biggest moments of my life. And I feel like probably will be for the rest of my life, is that I got to be very good friends, and I got to meet him when he wasn't famous and when he was just a kid, and I got to watch him grow to this superstar and go on all these tours with him, see him overseas, you know, sell out arenas, DJ at the opening. Got to go on 2 tours with him, you know. Like, I went on his first tour. It was this dude from Dallas. I forgot his name, but it was him, Mosey, Corday, and then Juice. And I ended up DJing for Mosey for like 2 weeks of the tour because his DJ got sick or some shit. I had to leave. Mosey, first show of the tour, first time ever DJing on tour, first song of the fucking thing. They sent me all the files, you know. Song doesn't work. Everyone's like in the crowd, like standing around. They're like, play the song. I'm like, bro, I can't. Like, it's not working. Like, we're gonna have to figure something out. Play the next one, improvise, but I remember I was like, I never want to feel that again. I'm going to be on point, sound check, make sure this shit runs smoothly, take this shit seriously, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Juice, man, I had so many fun memories with him. He took me on my first private jet, showed me what life was for real.
Is that where that picture's from?
Mm-hmm. I was on the jet. Wait, which one? The one of me, him, and Cole?
Yeah.
No, that's on set Nuketown with Ski Mask.
Oh, okay.
But we took a jet. I took a few jets with him, but took me on my first jet, first arena tour. You know, we were like shooting basketball in arenas and then performing in them later. So it was like just a beautiful experience that I can't even put into words, man. It just so special to me and one of the greatest moments of my life, and all the memories I made with him I'll never forget. And then just the fact that he got to impact all these kids and we got to put him there and be a part of putting him there is beyond. I'm beyond grateful for it, for real. But I love him, miss him. I'll never forget him, and I know the world won't. And it kills me to see all the shit that goes on now with him being gone. I'm just like, man, let the kid rest in peace, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Shit. Yeah. R.I.P. Juice.
Rip.
Miss you, brother.
No, just like you said, right? I wanted to give that a moment. But just like you said, music brings people together. You said it in a past interview, and you've also, you've mentioned it here, that music really does bring people together. And Juice brought people together with All Girls Are the Same, Empty, just like we were talking about.
Records.
All that music, it really hits deep, and you're like, damn, man, I listened to that shit when I was going through my own shit,
Hell yeah, bro. Nah, Juice got me through the hardest moments of my life. Like, his music, being friends with him, of course, like, showed me more life. But his music, to me, to Cole, like, bro, when I still get sad, when I go into a shop, put on Juice and just ride around, drive through L.A., go pull up to his house, bumping his music whenever I'm like, fuck, I need you, bro. Just give me a sign, like, let me know it's going to be okay. And it does. It always helps me to this day. It's like a therapy, listen to his music.
That's crazy, man. So for you, how has music helped you, right? We mentioned it a little bit earlier, music being a medicine, right? Music being a medicine for a lot of people in this world, and especially with what we do, right? We're involved in the culture, we're involved in showing and sharing that with other people. But we don't really focus on like how it's helped us and let people know that, right? So for you, how has it helped?
Just like you guys, just like every other listener, man, whenever I'm down or going through something, it's a reminder that it's going to be okay. It's like that simple. It just lets me know this is a phase, this is a point in time that is tough and it sucks, but there's always tomorrow. There's always next week. There's always next month. There's always more life. There's always more life. We're so young. The fact that kids 16, 17, 15, whatever, get so depressed and sad to the point where they kill themselves and, like, think that this is it kills me, bro. Like, you should never be that young and not worried about your life. Bro, we're young. I'm 25 years old, and I know, like, I'm young. Like, people don't get successful until they're 30, 35, 40, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're going through, it's never that serious, and there's always someone who's there to listen. And if there's not, hit me up. There's so many kids who will reach out to me in DMs. Damn, Jake, I'm really going through something. I don't want to be here anymore. But I'll respond so fast. Be like, call me. I got you. I'll have an hour call with strangers I don't know, just to let them know it's okay. I go through it. We go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, music showed me that and just taught me, like, it's like unconditional love. Like, music is always there for you. You always have a phone to play music. You know, you can always just listen to a track that speaks to you or you feel so deeply that gets you through that. And, like, music has done that for me multiple times, you know, got me through something. When I was sad and depressed and didn't want to be here, like, there's been times where I wake up like, damn, I don't want to wake up, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens. I'm not ashamed to say it. Life is tough. Life sucks sometimes, you know? I went through some hard shit that I didn't want to do shit anymore, you know? I was like, I'm unmotivated, and then I look at shit like Juice, you know? He took 999. You take that shit, you turn it into a positive because you never know what life's going to bring you. You never know what's on the other door, literally. You just got to keep going.
I want to highlight the fact that, you know, it's okay. It's okay to not feel like yourself, and it's okay to be sad and down, and, you know, let life beat your ass for a little bit. Let it kick you until you're down, but at the end of the day, like, you're going to be okay. You're going to come back around, and things are going to get better, and there's light on the other end of the tunnel. You just got to get there. And I talked about that recently with somebody, that it's crazy that people go so young, right? 15, 16, 17.
So sad. It's fucked up.
Bro, like, you know how much shit, like, personally, like, for me, so much shit has happened since then. I couldn't imagine something like that ending that early, you know what I'm saying? So, man, that's just crazy that you bring that up, and I really hope that whoever is going through that shit, you know, they find a way to feel seen, find a way to feel heard, because shit, if it's you, if it's me, if it's somebody else that they need, they can definitely reach out and find that safety, right?
Hell yeah.
You guys have shined a light on the world and shined a light on a lot of these artists, but when the world went dark, you know, the pandemic, everything in 2020, how did you handle that, and how did, you know, Lyrical handle that? Because it definitely changes the way business operates, how you operate as a person, and just everything going on.
Yeah, man, that was tough for the whole world. I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like that quote is like, we can live through anything if magic made it. Like, that's a quote, you know, like, that man had, what do you have, HIV, right? And he made it. It's like, we can live through anything, bro. We made it through the pandemic. We made it through a year of lights out. Stay in your crib. You can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made it through that shit. So it's like, I don't know. That shit, I mean, of course, business. We couldn't shoot videos. We couldn't do shows. We couldn't travel. And we still did a little, but it wasn't what it was. But, man, we just had to be there for each other. Like, there was a point when all of us were staying in the office. You know what I'm saying? We were, like, we were taking mushrooms. And, like, we don't do that. We were like, bro, like, we need to find something. Like, we were, you know. And, shit, bro, we ended up taking mushrooms a few times and, like, gave us light. Like, damn, bro, this is going to end. Like everything else, this will once come to an end and we'll be back to doing what we're doing, but it seems so far away. And it was a long-ass time, you know what I'm saying? Like, COVID sucked, bro. And, like, me, I couldn't DJ. I couldn't make money. Like, it was slow and, like, shit, bro. COVID was when I was the most fucked up on drugs. I had just made a bunch of money, and they put me in wherever I'm at for a year and say of course I'm going to do drugs, you know? And then after COVID is when I stopped doing drugs and was like, damn, I got to get my shit together, you know? But I had to go through that. I had to feel that fucking darkness times 10, like, you know? And, but I don't know. It brought us together. We all just had to be there for each other unconditionally and, like, remind each other, like, hey, it's okay. You know, we're gonna get through this just like everything else. What comes must leave, you know? So, but it was tough, but we made it through, and now we're here. We have the festival back, videos back. I'm DJing, you know, everyone's doing their thing, so it's good, but it was tough. I know everyone can say the same, you know, especially, like I said, luckily I was blessed enough to have some money saved up, but it was really fucked up. People couldn't work and shit, so shout out to PPP loans.
For all the people that took them.
For real shit, man. I took that money too. Not the PPP, but, like, that free money. Like,
The
I was
stimmies?
like, oh, yeah, I mean, shit, bro, it was real. Like, I couldn't DJ, you know? I feel like every artist got that shit, you know? It's like we really couldn't do shit. We couldn't do shows, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, make sure you're doing your taxes.
Yeah, do your taxes. Pay taxes, work hard, and earn that shit.
So what do you feel like helped you get out of that? You mentioned addiction, right? And especially through that year long.
It took a lot, bro. Like, I had to, like, almost lose everything I had. You know, like, literally, like, everything. Like, lyrical, my DJing shit. Like, Cole's not, like, the type of person to sit around and watch you fuck your life up. So when I was doing that shit, he was just like, bro, like, you're giving me no option, bro. You know I don't surround myself with this, and neither do you. This isn't who you are, you know? Like, I understand shit's tough right now, but come on, you're better than this. And then it was crazy because, like, COVID hit, Juice died, and I was, like, so sad. I was, like, in such a slump. And I was, like, listening to Juice's music, and, like, you know, I got high with Juice when I was friends with him. And, like, of course, I wasn't getting as high as him, but it was like a point towards the end when I seen him like slipping, and I was like, bro, you gotta stop. Like, you can't do this, bro. We can't lose you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't. And like, I was definitely one of those people, and throughout all the controversy, everyone around Juice told him to stop. Me, Cole, Bibby, G Money, his cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all tried. You can't tell someone to do what they don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? He's a grown-ass man. He's not going to listen to you. He's a rich grown-ass man who's the biggest thing in the world. You can't tell him shit. Like, we all tried to tell him to calm down and relax, but we had a lot of good memories just having fun beyond doing drugs. But, you know, we were young. Of course we did drugs. We were on top of the world. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We were on tour. But then it started to get too serious, and I told him, like, yo, you know, we all did, yo, you need to chill before it's too late. And then after he passed, like, put me in a dark place, and then I eventually, like, started to understand. I was like, bro, like, this shit just took my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man who was on top of the world, who had everything, didn't even get to live what he worked for.
21.
21. Was rich, died with millions in his account, didn't even get to experience it. So I started to, like, take everything and really put it in my brain and was like, you're blessed, Jake. You know, don't be stupid. Don't fuck up the blessings that God and whoever is out there gave me, you know? So started to do that, and then beyond that, I didn't want to disappoint my friends and my family. I wanted to make them proud, and I just had to grow up, you know? Like, had to really realize what was in front of me and the opportunities and the blessings I had, and I didn't want to fuck them up. And then I met my girlfriend, and she was a great part, showed me real true happiness. I fell in love, and now I don't do drugs. I'm happy. I smoke. Yeah, exactly. You know, I party and I go to festivals and I'll have fun, of course, but like, I'm not relying on it for happiness, and it doesn't make me feel like myself. Now I'm myself, just me. And I feel like that's why people do drugs, because they think, oh, this is who I'm supposed to be. This is the happiness and the numb or whatever. It's not. Like, it's temporary, but everything's still there. All your problems are still there. You have to solve them. You have to take the steps to figure it out, to find your happiness, find your joy, you know? So I had to do that, and step by step, figure it out, and just focus on happiness and myself.
It's a temporary escape, honestly, and
It's a good one, but it's temporary.
my cousin told me, he's like, and it was with drinking. He's like, you never drink when you're sad, when you're down, because that's just, you know, it leads to bad things. Whereas when you're partying and celebrating, having a good time, you know, it's an enhancer. It's a mood enhancer. You're lit. You're having a good ass time. Yeah.
It's a crazy thing to realize, but when you do, it's a blessing. And not many people get to that point where they realize, like, that's, like, if you have that thought, where you're like, damn, like, this isn't me. Like, that's something, bro. That's special. Whether you're trying to quit or not, if you're just thinking, like, damn, this isn't me, I know I could be better, you have a lot of shit that other people don't have. The fact that you're even realizing and thinking of it and trying to visualize it is something that is so hard to get to, you know? And then, of course, quitting and really stopping is a whole nother journey, but it's like, start somewhere, you know? So start and manifest it and visualize it and be around good people. And I'm blessed to have the greatest group of friends with Lyrical, and then beyond, outside, my friend Carmen, all the people I've met in the industry, Bibby, and all my friends in LA, Tav, and the Phase guys. Like, I'm just blessed to have good people around me that are successful and show me the right ways, you know? Not even show me, but they set examples, you know? And that's, like, why I do what I do. And Cole, like, want to set an example for these kids. Like, you can do anything. nothing is impossible. Anything is possible. You just have to set goals, make them, and stay at it, and let all the other bullshit fly past you and stay that tunnel vision, you know?
For you, why do you feel like you guys market a lot towards this younger generation?
I just think, like I just said, man, like kids love to see. We're young, we're from a small town, and like there's not, I don't know, I feel like whenever you see a success story, it's always an older person, older group. But we're literally a group of 23 to mid-high 20s, you know, now. But we were all 18, 19, 20. We just wanted to do something different. We wanted to get out. We wanted to leave that small town. We didn't want to follow the book that was written for us, you know? Like, we didn't want to do that, and we were willing to do whatever it took, you know? So I feel like those kids, they find inspiration, and then the music, they trust us. We bring them good music because, like, you think we're doing this music because, like, oh, these kids will like it. We're like, bro, we love this shit. This shit makes us feel good. Juice made us feel good, you know? Like, Leroy made us feel, all these guys, like, we loved that shit, brought us joy. So, you know what I'm saying? Trust us. Like, live this, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they connect and they trust us, and now we're at this point where they really trust us. And, you know, we've done so much as far as, like, we try and do free shit. We pick up the park. We bring this festival to Chicago for these kids to enjoy. We do shows. We do these merch so people can feel good. We try and make our merch not expensive so everyone can experience it, you know? So we just try to be there for the youth because we were once them, you know, young and inspired and wanted to do more and wanted to live a big life and bright lights and tours and this and that and millions. And, you know, we wanted it. We dreamed about it. It was always a dream, you know, so every kid has dreams, so I feel like that's why.
And I really like the message that you're sharing, bro. Just that I don't want to be the status quo. I don't want to be told what I'm going to be. I'm going to go make some shit for myself. And that's really me at this point where I'm like, fuck, bro. I don't want to be the basic family, house, kids type shit, right? Because to me, that was always, okay, my parents' ceiling is my floor, right? How the fuck do I go higher than that?
How do I get my ceiling 50 feet tall? Like, trust me, bro. And that's why I told you, like, I really love what you be doing on here and, like, the message that you are creating. Like, that's why I'm here speaking this message because, you know, you drew inspiration. And I'm like, yeah, I want to come share my message and what I've been through so these other kids can see it too, you know? So, and, you know, if you were never like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. You know, I'm going to just take that risk. You have to take risks, kids. Do not be scared to take a risk and fall and fail and do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking do it. Don't think too hard. Just do it. And I've always been struggled with that, like scared to put something out. Or scared. Don't be scared. Failure is just a word, you know? It's a word and a feeling. You'll get over it. But when you hit that succession and when you get one success or one A+, man, that will drive you to never stop trying. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about these kids, man, you guys worked with a lot of kids. Lil Tecca, Lil Pump. I mean, not kids, but, you know, teenagers, right?
Yeah, teenagers.
Yeah, young adults, we'll say, right?
So young.
Lil Tecca, Lil Pump, just like you said, Juice WRLD, Leroy. You know, what was it like being on the ground floor for all of that?
It's a really cool thing to see the future, you know? The power is in the youth. We are all we have in this world, you know. With the kids comes revolutionizing what parents told us, you know. Like, if you look, someone from the 80s went to the 90s, be like, you guys are doing it all wrong. This is not life. 90s come to 2000s, like, what the fuck is this? So a person from the 80s brought them to 2022, be like, they'd probably go back to the 80s. Like, I'm not staying here. But it's like, this is what it is. The world will only keep growing, keep moving, keep progressing, keep making new crazy shit. Elon Musk's and Bill Gates and Cole Bennett's and Juice WRLD's and X's. It's only going to keep going, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like, the beauty of working with these kids because it's, like, the future is bright, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's not doing 100 million for nothing. Like, these people feel the substance and they really relate to it. So it's, like, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that shit, bro. Just like you said, you know, the world's going to keep evolving and people are going to keep changing and new shit's going to come. It doesn't matter where we are in this fucking world.
It starts with the kids. Kids learn early, man, and that's why we want to be able to teach them the right ways and teach them to do shit like this, take risks, and keep going, chase your dreams.
We're going to do some reflection just real quick before we end. What's one of the best memories you made with one of those young artists? So, you know, just let anyone you can think of.
I have a lot of good memories with Leroy, just like watching him, you know, come and become what he wanted. That's like the blessing beyond it all is like you get to see these kids' dreams come true and like not these kids, these people, You get to watch them chase their dreams and succeed at it, and then go sign a deal and be able to take care of their family, and and then their hometown, all these younger kids are like, damn, I could be that, and like that's the beauty of everything. Seeing someone succeed and then seeing other people watch them and be like, I could do that. And then you have other kids who are like, I'm gonna try it, Like you say, if you don't try it, you never know. I could deal with failure. I can't deal with not trying and never knowing the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I did do that and become famous and rich, but I didn't? Fuck that. Try it. That's all these people, Juice X, they tried it. They did it. They said, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
And just keep on encouraging people to do it, right? Because when I was 16, 17, and I seen these dudes blowing up, I'm like, damn, I'm too late. I'm never going to get there.
Never too late, bro.
And then we started this shit, and now I feel like I'm getting old.
Future dropped his first album at 30. He was 29 when Future dropped his first album, and now he's the biggest artist in the world. You're never too old, bro. Unless you're 50 or 40, maybe then. But still then, fuck it, try it.
Even if you have one kid, maybe 2 or 3 is too many. Maybe it's too late.
Fuck it, still try it. You never know.
Last thing, man, I really appreciate your time, and, man, I feel like we've had a great conversation.
Likewise.
I haven't asked shit about Cole because this was about you, bro. I don't want it to be about that. But I need, you shared a story about a lot of people on other interviews. I need a personal you and Cole story, bro.
Shit, man. Oh, there's so many.
I don't know if you can say it, but what the fuck did you guys get arrested for?
We were really young, and I'm not going to say what we were doing, but we would steal these glass balls. Like, garden marbles?
Yeah. Okay.
We were just, like, obsessed with them. So we would just, like, steal all of them from around town, right? Like, it was just, like, our thing. We were, like, 12 years old, stupid shit. Staying out past curfew. But we just, like, had this garage with, like, 20 garden balls in it.
Nobody questioned it? His mom didn't question it?
No one knew about them. We were hiding them, of course, you know what I'm saying? But one night, we were going to steal another garden ball, and a cop pulled up. And we were like, fuck, like, this is it. Cop pulls up. He's like, yo, like, I knew that there had been, like, 20 of these stolen, So I'm like, Cole, like, we got arrested. I'm like, Cole, whatever you do, bro, just don't tell him that we've been stealing the balls. Because we were kids, his mom's there. Just tell him the truth. I'm like, Cole, whatever you do. Like, my dad got arrested, so I'm like a different type of kid. Like, I believe in don't snitch. Like, my dad never snitched. He did his time. I'm like, bro, they're not going to arrest us. We're kids, Just tell them you don't know about anything that's been going on around town. So we walk in. Cole's with his mom. I'm with my mom. And I know Cole's mom's probably like, just tell him the truth. She's a very nice lady. And I'm like, all right, so either we're going to open up this door and they're going to be like, you're arrested for stealing 20 garden balls. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we would, like, break them in the middle of the street. And, like, it's just bad shit. And this one, me and Cole really became, I was like, all right, this is my best friend forever. And then we walked out, and he, like, looks at me. He's like, I didn't tell him, And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, we walked out. We ended up getting away. We got, like, in trouble for curfew, but never snitched. We didn't snitch. We continued to steal a couple more garden balls. But yeah, we were just kids being stupid, bro. Like, I don't know, funny as hell running around town.
That sounds like some cornfield shit.
Yeah, exactly. Some middle of nowhere shit. Like, we just didn't have anything better to do, so we just ended up with, like, 25 garden marbles. They were, like, this big.
And just broke them? You guys were hiding them?
We were just, like, we would break some of them, but we kept them for the most part because we just, like, we're like, fuck, we're just going to steal everyone around town. So, like, someone would see one, they would call us, like, yo, it's on this corner of this house. And, like, we'd be like, all right, go in there tonight and take that shit. And then but, yeah, we didn't get in trouble for it, so.
That's funny as fuck. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate your time. I know you got to get out of here.
Thank
but,
you, bro.
Man, I really look forward to chopping it up more with you and just,
Likewise, bro.
Hopefully we can do some shit, bro.
Stay in touch, bro. Let me know. You're more than welcome to come to any show or festival next year. I got you. We'll take care of things.
For sure, bro. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me, fam.
Of course.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, guys. That's going to be all today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you pop out to a GloUp Jake set, man.
Pull up. I'm DJing every club in Chicago. Bounce, Joy, all of them. Pull up. Got a lot of shows coming too, man.
There you go. Sad Boys for real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.